Welcome, Leo and Leo Rising friends. Sondra from For Your Chi. This is your January 2026 reading. Welcome to this new year. Welcome to January. I'm seeing something exciting right off the bat, but before I go into this, make sure you're checking out my yearly predictions for the Leo, but all 12 signs. You can check them all out for under $5. Tier 1, or you can get Tier 2, which gives you the extended readings. And Tier 1, all of my zodiac predictions for 2026. Before we go into the first house, though, the highlight of this reading is, holy shit, I cannot believe what I'm seeing about your job and career. I see a major job move or career change or both. If you are not moving jobs, something happens within your existing job, or you're offered a lot more than what you currently have now, and that includes pay. I'm going to be getting into it in a little bit here. We're going to go over your 6th house of work, but I also see huge news in your 10th house of career, which is in the extended reading. But as far as your first house is concerned, the first 3 days or so of January, you're feeling better. This new year has ushered in some new energy for you, and you're feeling lighter and you're feeling more like a breath of fresh air. The synchronicities are happening almost constantly. You know, you think of someone and they're calling your phone. You make a comment about, and this just happened to me. I was sitting at the table preparing some food, or at least trying to, for the holidays. And I'm sitting at the table and I look out the window and I see something on a tree branch. And I say out loud, "What is that? Is that a big bird staring at me?" And the thing moved. It wasn't a bird at all. It was a squirrel. But the way that his tail was formed, it looked like a huge giant bird looking at me. So I, looked down, continuing my work. I looked back up 30 seconds later. A giant bird had swooped in on the same branch that the squirrel was immediately after I said giant bird looking at me. 30 seconds later it happened. This is the kind of synchronicities that you're experiencing the first couple of days of January. Pay attention, write them down. They're for a reason. There's a message. Your 2nd house, suffering in silence. Stop handing out all your money to everyone who asks. Say no, but also you need some help here. Now, you could also need some help with a purchase, Leo. Now, that might be a cosigner. If it's not a cosigner, you might need some help vetting the particular product that you want. Now, this could be like you need a new car, but you might not necessarily have time to go chase down a good used car or whatever the case may be. So you need help here. Now, if some of you are in a position where you're stuck paying all the bills by yourself, well, you need to ask for help with that too, because apparently there's someone around you who can help you, but you haven't asked. And look, after you ask for help, the waves of prosperity flow in. So there you go, Leo. Make sure you're asking. Now, your 3rd house, brother or sister. They need to pat themselves on the back for a job well done, and they could be doing some New Year's cleaning up, organizing. This is the feng shui card, getting rid of clutter. Some of them may be cleaning out closets, checking pockets, and they wind up finding a couple $100. That's what this card usually means. A few $100. Usually it's relating to a bonus or like a check in the mail from Auntie Sophie something like this, but apparently there's money coming in as a result of the cleanup here for your brother or sister, your fourth house, house of home, where you currently live. Are you hosting a party? Are you hosting another party? That's what this looks like to me. You're being helped. That's the advice card on the other side. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet. Now, if this is not you hosting a party, this could be you moving and celebrating the move because you feel like you've won something, and you're like, some of you are like, Sondra, I just moved, and I'm hosting a housewarming party. Good for you. Congratulations. Your fifth house, social life, social circle, fun, friends. Wow. The heart chakra, your heart is opening up to receive more friends, receive more dates, receive more invitations out socially. Now, this could also involve some sort of networking, because you could meet someone here who's asking you to help them in some business endeavor. You have consultant expert here. More information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area as it relates to a friend or a new person on the dating scene that you're trying to look into. This could be also you getting a reading because you need someone to check that out for you. Okay, now here's where it gets very interesting. The sixth house is work and health. This is not talking about work, it's talking about your health. But like I said, you pulled big cards in the career category too that we'll get into the extended reading. You are confused and indecisive. You are not quite sure what to do or make of your work or this offer or opportunity that has landed in your lap. Now, for those of you who are unhappy with your job, and if you have a resume, have resumes out there and you've applied, this could be a callback offer. And perhaps the details aren't clear quite yet, and you need to go back and ask some questions. If you are unhappy where you work, this is the perfect time in January to start apply. Because other people are leaving their jobs, and then that makes room for your new opportunity. And this is why I say all of these things. You pulled the biggest money card in the Mermaids and Dolphins deck, the treasure chest. This is my favorite card in this deck. An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. Like I said, for most of you, this is talking about job-related or work. If it's not talking about job-related or work, it could be some sort of news related to your health, where you wind up looking into some things, and then somehow there's like some major savings involved, or maybe you're cashing out some sort of insurance policy. That's possible too. What else? You could be getting different prices for health plans right now that are saving you a ton of money. If you have thought about looking into that, you might want to research that more. Now, the zodiac signs that are around you, as far as your seventh house of partnerships, you have all 12 on the table here with the World card. You also have another Leo here, so that's a double Leo, but the rest of the zodiac signs are on the table. I cannot eliminate one. Sorry about that. With the World card, that's what happens, because all 4 elements are indicated in the World card. Now, this is a little sneak preview here. You've got the Ace of Swords for your 7th house of primary relationships and business partnerships. I'm going to be going over the rest of your oracle messages and the romance angel decks. We're going to also go over your house of intimacy, looking much better. Taxes, contracts, legal matters, the source of your significant other's income, if that applies to you, your house of school and travel, your house of career and your mother, your house of your eldest child or your best friend in the 12th house, what's about to happen for you in April. Many blessings to you, Leo. I'm also going to put my booking link in the description box. Take care.